Well, hello there, friends. I hope you're sitting comfortably, maybe with a warm cup of tea or coffee. You know, at 80 years old, I've learned a thing or two about staying healthy. Some lessons I wish I'd known when I was 50, some lessons I learned the hard way. And today, I want to share with you a few secrets, little habits, tiny details about our bodies that most of us completely overlook. Things that sound small, almost trivial. But let me tell you, these are the things that can make a big difference as we grow older. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Old man, here he goes again," just hear me out. I promise you it's worth the next half hour, because I'll talk about parts of the body we all have, yet barely pay attention to. The tongue, the feet, the armpits, the nose, and even the belly button. Yes, your belly button. Sounds funny, I know, but I'm serious, folks. These small parts of our body can determine how well we sleep, how we eat, how we breathe, and even how long we live comfortably. So let's dive in. You might think oral hygiene is just brushing your teeth and flossing. That's what I thought for years. I brushed twice a day, flossed when I remembered, and figured I was doing fine. But then a dentist friend of mine sat me down and said, "Joe, your tongue is a major problem." I laughed at first. "My tongue?" I said. "Come on." Turns out, over 700 types of bacteria can live on your tongue. Some help digestion, sure, but most, they can cause all sorts of trouble. Bad breath, gum disease, even problems with your heart if you let it go too long. I noticed my taste buds weren't working as well. My morning coffee didn't taste right anymore. I didn't realize it was the bacteria covering my tongue, literally blocking my taste. So here's what I started doing. Every morning, right after brushing, I use a tongue scraper. You just gently scrape from the back of the tongue to the front a few times, rinse your mouth, and that's it. 2, maybe 3 minutes. And I noticed a change. My coffee tasted better, my breath fresher, and honestly, I felt more awake. If you're just starting, take it slow. Begin at the middle of the tongue. Don't push too deep if it makes you gag, and always rinse with warm water. Trust me, it's a small habit, but it sets the tone for your whole day. Now, let's talk about feet. Aye, the old feet. I remember my grandmother used to say, "Take care of your feet, Joe. They carry you through life." I used to nod, but didn't really listen until I started noticing swelling, cramps, and cold toes in my 60s. Our feet are incredible. They contain a quarter of all the bones in our bodies, with dozens of joints and hundreds of muscles, tendons, and ligaments. They literally hold us up, keep us moving, and provide balance, yet we often shove them into shoes all day and ignore them. For older adults, foot care is crucial. Circulation decreases with age, and that can lead to swelling, numbness, or discoloration. And if you've ever worn socks all day with damp shoes, you know what happens next. Fungus, infections, and calluses. Not fun. Here's my routine. Every evening, I soak my feet in warm water with a little mild soap. Make sure to scrub gently between my toes. Yes, each little crevice. Then I dry thoroughly, because even a bit of moisture can lead to fungal infections. After that, I apply a thin layer of moisturizer to the soles, but never between the toes. Simple, right? 5 minutes a day and your feet will thank you. I remember last winter I skipped a few nights and my toes got so cold and stiff that walking to the mailbox felt like a hike up Everest. Never again. A little attention every day prevents big problems down the road. Now, this one may make you chuckle a bit. Armpits. Who thinks about their armpits as part of health? We all worry about smell, yes, but here's the thing. The armpits contain lymph nodes, little detox stations for your body. They help fight bacteria, filter toxins. Basically, they're your immunity helpers. But the armpit is warm and moist, a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Add some strong deodorant residue and you might block your pores, irritate the skin, even affect lymph node function over time. I learned this when a friend complained about swollen lymph nodes. She had been using antiperspirant heavily without proper washing. My advice? Wash your armpits daily with warm water and mild soap, using a gentle circular motion. Don't scrub like you're cleaning a frying pan. Rinse well, pat dry, and let your skin breathe before applying any deodorant. For sensitive skin, go fragrance-free, low-chemical. Simple habits, big benefits. My armpits feel lighter, less itchy, and I use deodorant much less frequently now. Your lymph nodes will work better, your immunity improves, and trust me, you'll smell fresher naturally. Breathing, something we take for granted. Did you know we inhale roughly 10,000 liters of air each day? The nose is the gatekeeper. Dust, pollen, bacteria, it all gets filtered here before reaching your lungs. But if the nose is clogged, inflamed, or dry, this filter stops working properly. I remember a winter a few years back. I couldn't sleep. My nose was constantly blocked, and I felt worn out. I learned a few tricks since then. Saline sprays or rinses, neti pots, even steam inhalation. Just a few minutes daily and suddenly breathing is easier. Sleep improves and headaches decrease. And a tip, blow gently, one nostril at a time. Blowing both at once can push mucus back into your sinuses, causing pressure and headaches. I know it sounds funny, but it works. Keep your nose clean and your lungs will thank you for decades. Finally, let's talk about the belly button. I know what you're thinking. Seriously, Joe? My belly button? But this little nook can harbor hundreds of bacteria if ignored. Sweat, dead skin, dirt, it all gathers there. And for older adults or anyone with a weakened immune system, this can lead to irritation, infection, or odor. I learned this the hard way after noticing a mild and persistent smell that wouldn't go away. A cotton swab, warm water, gentle cleaning, and thorough drying, twice a day during hot months, did the trick. For deep navels, be extra careful. And if you notice redness, unusual discharge, or pain, see a doctor. Don't try to self-treat with harsh chemicals. It may sound silly, but keeping your belly button clean contributes to overall health, prevents infections, and yes, makes you feel fresh. Small habits, big impact. So there you have it, friends. Tongue, feet, armpits, nose, belly button. 5 small areas that many of us overlook, but caring for them daily makes a huge difference. I've spent 80 years learning, seeing people make mistakes, and discovering that real health isn't about fancy supplements or expensive gadgets. It's about attention to detail, consistency, and listening to your body. Start small. 2 minutes on your tongue, 5 minutes on your feet, gentle washing of armpits and belly button, a quick saline rinse in your nose. Do this every day, and I promise you'll feel better, sleep better, eat better, and walk through life with more comfort and confidence. Remember, friends, age is just a number. It's these small, steady habits that let us live fully, happily, and healthily well into our 80s and beyond. Take it from someone who's been there. These details matter more than you think. So go on. Take care of the parts you've been ignoring. Your future self will thank you.